Yo, what up? It's the kid Tre Trax, and this is my tour tale.
I'm gonna take my y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go!
We could kick it off with like my first tour. I went on tour with LightSkinKeisha and Trinidad Cardona in January. It was a 15-day tour. It was cold. It was freezing. I remember it. And we drove around in a Sprinter. It was me and Trinidad. We drove around in a whole Sprinter van and like slept in hotels. That was the first one. And on that tour, my first like crazy experience was when like we had an Atlanta date, right? We had an Atlanta show date. All the tour dates before that were like perfect and it was like lit and everything. The day of the show, like things were normal or whatever. And then we get to the show and Trinidad is just acting weird. I was DJing for Trinidad, so Trinidad was kind of just acting weird to me. He wasn't acting like his normal self. And I noticed it, but I just didn't make a big deal out of it. And we hit the stage and I'm warming up. The crowd is like, okay, or whatever. But Trinidad gets on the stage now and he's just like loopy. Like he's just acting weird and like messed up and like just like, he seems drained and I'm just watching him like, you're not your normal self and the energy isn't the same. So I peeped that like all that stuff is like going down and like I was gonna cut the show early, our performance set time early, but I just didn't and like, it wasn't our best show at all. So I noticed that something was wrong. So we get back into the dressing room and I'm like, yo, that was like not our best show at all. Like what's going on? Like what's wrong with you? Like, it's like nothing, I'm fine, I feel good, I'm chilling. Like it was weird, but I feel like it was the crowd's fault. And I'm just like, nah, bro, like something is wrong. Like, I don't know what it is, but something is off. So whatever, he's swearing that he feels good and everything's fine. So after the show, we come back to the studio to like work at my studio and everything. And we get in the studio and we're chilling. We're with my bro, Cocavango. Cocavango pulls up and Trinidad and him do a song. I produced it, we're doing a song or whatever. So it's about like, I wanna say 1 a.m. now. And it's just us in the studio. So we decided to shoot like a quick video of it. And we're shooting the video, right? And Coke's standing on the countertop and I'm on the floor and Trinidad's just in there singing and we're singing a song in front of the camera. And Trinidad turns to me and is just like, yo, like, I'm not feeling too good. Coke is still dancing and doing whatever. He's like, yo, I'm not feeling too good. I'm like, all right, so let's go. Like, it's time to go. It's 1 a.m. We can leave. We finish the song, it's whatever. Like, let's go. So as we turn to walk out, all you hear is doof. And the kid just faints. Hits his head on the counter, hits his head on the floor, and is just like passed out on the floor. And we're all in the studio like, so confused. We're just watching him. Everybody's like faces just like dumbfounded and we're just looking at him like, he just completely fainted in the studio. And basically like he was just like tired, too tired, doing too much and everything, but he swore he was good from the show. That was my first weird experience, was him fainting. Another weird experience is me and Keisha. So I'm DJing for Keisha. We in St.
Is Trinidad okay?
I mean, he's alive. So he's fine. Who cares? Nah, play it.
Said Summer Jam, make some noise! Now look, I go by the name of Tre Trax. I'm here with my dog, LightSkinKeisha, right? But before I bring her out, I just want to turn up with my ladies. So all my ladies ready to turn up, let me just say, ow. All my ladies ready to turn up, let me just say, period.
So I'm DJing for LightSkinKeisha and we have a show in St. Louis, right? So that day, it was just a lot of stuff going wrong, like in the morning, because our flight just kept getting pushed back because of weather. And basically, we finally get a flight. Now, when we get to the airport, we ran into more problems, which like was a lot. Like we ran into problems with our dancers. Our dancers didn't make the flight. We almost missed the flight. Like it was just a lot of stuff. So it ended up being just me, Keisha, Johnny, the road manager, and Big Keith, the security guard. And we just ended up in St. Louis for the show. Even when we got to the St. Louis, it was just like the show that we were doing, because we had a show and then the after party. So the show that we were doing, like that show was not even it. Like it was kind of burnt out because everybody kind of like, they pushed our set time back and just a lot of stuff happened. So like the crowd wasn't all the way there, but it was still a good show. It was just like not big. And when it's just me and Keisha, we just gonna make the best of it. Like that's my dog. Like we gonna make the best out of whatever. We have fun all the time. So we just made the best out of that night, had Patron and just was like finding friends. And so we end up at the after party or whatever, and it's gross. We end up at the after party. We end up in the section, mind you, it's just us. So we're like, okay, let's pull some girls or pull some people into the section. So we go ahead and start picking out people, come to the section, come have some drinks or whatever, da da da. So we see a girl, it's her birthday, we see her with her friends, we pull them in the section, come on, right? Get in the section, and they get in the section, so Keisha starts pouring shots. Everybody's taking shots, boom, first round, good. Second round comes, boom, everybody's taking shots, done, right? Now, Keisha realizes it's the girl's 21st birthday, so she's like, yo, we're gonna turn you up, we're gonna get you all the way lit. So basically, this girl, Keisha, decided to give this girl 3 shots back to back to back, right? So the girl's taking 3 shots of Patron straight, just back to back to back, right? Mind you, by the time she got to the 3rd shot, she's like, no, I can't do no more. Keisha's like, nah, take it, like, she has to. So she takes the 3rd shot, and I'm gonna send you this video to add to it, like, I'm gonna send the video. She takes the 3rd shot, and within seconds, like, she starts throwing up in the whole section, like completely throughout the whole section. In the middle of the club on her 21st birthday, everybody's like bugging out because it's like a small section, and she just starts throwing up. And like, we're just sitting there like, yo, like what is going on? And the girl just threw up and cleaned herself up like right there in the section, didn't go to the bathroom and just kept on partying. And we just sitting there like, yo, what the heck? But it was a lit night. We had fun. St. Louis was definitely lit. I enjoyed myself, and I know she enjoyed herself, so it was dope. Probably one of my biggest tour moments though was like my birthday, right? So every year for some reason on my birthday, I always end up doing a festival. Last year I did the Blurry Vision Festival in Oakland, and that was like, that was dope. This weekend it was like Rolling Loud weekend. Did the show with Coca Vang on Friday, it was lit. Ended up doing like a video of me playing like Old Town Road, and it just like went up. It was like dope. The crowd was amazing. We had the big stage and everything. That was dope.
Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go!
And then the next day I had to fly to Raleigh for something to DJ, and then I had to fly back to Atlanta to drive to South Carolina with Keisha to open up for Cardi B, right? So now we drive all the way to Cardi B. Mind you, it's May 12th, that's my birthday, and it's also Mother's Day. So we're driving up to Cardi B show, and I'm just like, not thinking much of it. I'm just thinking of it as a regular show. Like, it's my birthday, I'm not really thinking too much. And I'm just looking at the crowd as if it's like a regular crowd. I'm not thinking about the amount of people that's there or anything. Like, I'm just thinking it's a cool show or whatever. So it's time for us to perform. I'm going back and forth with the DJ because he was just being annoying for some reason, like the house DJ, he was just being annoying, making it difficult for me. So I'm going back and forth with him, whatever. I get up to do my set because I do like an opening set before I bring out any artist or whatever. So I get up to do my opening set, and I did this transition where it was no scrubs into Act Up. And I usually do it a lot when I do like Keisha shows because there's a lot of females and everything, and then I really like played upon the fact that it was like Mother's Day that day and there was nothing but ladies in there, so I just lit it up.
Hold on, it's Mother's Day, right? So where my mothers in the building? Now look, I need all my ladies to sing this next song, y'all ready? If you're sick on his How we go? What you do? Say no, I don't want no. A girl isn't hanging on his best friend. One more time. I don't want no. Hanging on the passenger side of his. Switch it up!
And when you're on stage, you don't really see who's in the crowd or anybody in the crowd because there's just like lights. And that's all you see is just straight lights. So I'm not really looking at the crowd that much. I see the crowd, but I'm not really processing the crowd. So whatever, I do the show, goes as normal. They sing it a cappella, and then I drop act up. It goes crazy like normal. Me and Keisha do the show, whatever, boom, boom, boom. It's a lit show. Opening up for Cardi B, it's dope. So I do that, whatever, and then like, after I just go into the dressing room and I'm just chilling there like, yo, bro, like, that was really, like, you really killed it. Everybody's like, yo, you killed it, you killed it. I'm just sitting there like, I mean, it's a show, like, I do it, like, it's regular. Like, I'm not thinking too much into it. So then they show me the video because my bro, Coca Vango, he was on stage with me and he was videotaping next to me, and he shows me the video and I'm looking at it and I'm like, hold on, like, this is 18,000 people, like, and that was like the biggest crowd I've ever performed in front of, and I just like completely killed it, and like the energy was like off the charts and everybody was off their feet, like just standing up with their lights up, and it was lit, enjoying themselves, and like I actually killed it. So that was like probably my most memorable moment. Like I watch that video like daily because it's like dope.
What's his ass kid? What up?
Well, to go on tour or even do shows, like we have rehearsals. So like even right now, like I'm supposed to be in a rehearsal, but I'm here, so. Yeah, they're having rehearsals right now. They trust me enough to put the set and the music together and really like have a vision for how the show goes, and like all the artists just trust me when I do it. So that's kind of how I prepare. I don't really do too much. I hate before a show. Like that's like the most annoying time because it's like, you're waiting for 20 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever the set time is. Like you're taking hours that builds up to that one moment. So like, I'll be like distracting myself. Like I'll just be distracting myself, walking around, talking to people, being on my phone, just anything to just cut the time because like I'm ready to get on stage. Like that's the dopest part of the show, of the day, like period. So I don't really have rituals. We just get up, do our thing, and then get home. Like it's dope being in my bed, you know? But yeah, that's my tour tales.
We in New York, right? We in New York, right? So we gotta do it like this, y'all ready?
If you wanted to, this is expensive, this is